Hello, my friends, and welcome to Italy, a Place to Love YouTube channel. The channel where I like to talk about the good, the bad, the properties, and all we have to know about Italy. Now, so in today's video, I want to talk about money. Let's use this word about money because it's a particular situation. And I see that many people who would like to buy a property in Italy are facing a little problem that is not that little. So it may look like this video is going to be just for American people who want to buy a property in Italy. So because the conversion between euro and dollar, let's say, is not really going in favor at the moment. It's not really going in favor of the dollar, but this video can also be seen as, from my point of view, as a European who would like to invest some money and is actually thinking, why not to buy dollars? So let's say from the American point of view, I might say this video, I want to talk about the prices of the properties, the price of the properties that obviously by the exchange rate, it might not be very, very convenient. And then from the European point of view, from the point of view of someone that is holding a European bank account in Europe, is it convenient to maybe convert my bank account in dollars at the moment? Mainly, I'm making this video because I'm curious to know your opinion. Now, I've done a few calculations here just to have a picture, have an idea about what the trend is. But obviously, we are talking about the future now. How can I predict if the exchange rate goes in one direction or if the exchange rate is going in another direction? I'm not very good in predictions, but if you are aware of this topic, I would like to know your opinion, and so write down in the comment section. So let's start from the fact that I was talking with an American friend in the last few days, and not only him, but I also read a few posts on the social where Americans are complaining about the exchange rate with the euro because they find the properties that they want to buy more expensive. Now, anyway, this is called Forex. Now, I'm talking about Forex when we are talking about converting money in one currency or into another. So this is the word of the Forex that I like, because if I see it as an opportunity, why not to invest? And that's why in this video, not only from the American point of view, but also from the European point of view, okay, because I have a big issue with the banks here in Europe. You can have all the money that you want, and they don't give you anything of interest in the bank account by just keeping the money in the bank account. All right, so they want you to invest money. I'm not really into investing at the moment in the stock market because I see these all-time high constantly. I see the stock market keeps going up. I consider a bit risky to enter now. I would just be happy with something that is giving me a 3% interest, for example. But the Italian banks, they're not even offering you that. So, because the low interest rates, which are not very low for who wants to buy a property but with a mortgage, but that's another story. Okay, let's go back to the topic. Let's say I'm an American and I would like to buy a house in Italy. The question is it the right moment? Is it the right moment now to buy a property in Italy? Because we have seen the exchange rate of the euro dollar going from 1.03. Okay, so let me see 1 second here on the screen. So we seen going the exchange rate euro dollar, all right, so for 1 euro to 1.03, which we were, let's see, when we were at 1.03, anyway, we seen very even lower than 103. Where I'm talking about 2022, I see 0.97. Then I see, for example, we are talking about December 2024, and the exchange rate was 1.03, around even a bit less than. So if I had $100,000, now let's use as a number 100,000. If I wanted to buy a property in Italy, and the property in Italy cost me, I don't know, let's say 100 euro, just to be generic as a number. So obviously I'm an American, I have dollars in my hand. So if I have $100,000 and the exchange rate is 1.03, I would have converted. I mean, I needed, now here, let's see on the screen, but again, 100,000, if I converted 100,000, sorry, so $100,000 at 103, I would have got 97,000 euros. All right, so I need to put $103,000, $103,000 to buy a house that costs 100,000. Obviously, when we are talking about numbers, it's always a bit, I don't know, let's say it's not that easy maybe to follow all these numbers. But again, I make it very simple. So if I wanted to buy a house in Italy that cost 100,000 euro, to get a close-end conversion, so if it's 1-to-1, I need $100,000 to buy a house that costs 100,000 euro. If the conversion was 1.03, I would have got 97,000 euros, so I needed a bit more dollars, $103,000. All right, so the problem is that now the exchange rate is not anymore 1.03. So I'd say that it was convenient to buy a property back to December 2024. We had the best exchange rate in the last few years. All right, so now if I'm interested to buy a property now, I'm in the United States, and the exchange rate is not anymore 1.03, but is 1.13. So for 1 euro, they're giving me $1.13. Now, if it's $1.13, all right, and I have $100,000, and before I needed $103,000 to buy a house that costs 100,000. Obviously, now I need more dollars. So here, for example, I want to bring to your attention that if I have $100,000 now and I divide by 1.13, I'm exchanging 88,495 euros. So the house cost me 100,000. So I'm losing, I need more dollars to buy this house. And this is the key point. So it's like my dollar is losing power purchase, then how many dollars do I need to buy a house now that costs 100,000 euro? So I would need $113,000. So I need more dollars. Okay, so we understood. I hope I was clear enough up to now. So we understood that I need more dollars. Now, my question is, do I foresee as a dollar, and this is my question as well that I'm asking to you, I want to know your opinion. Now, we might have, we are at 1.13. So will I foresee a dollar going back to 1.03? Or I might see a dollar going up and going at 1.23? Now, because if it's going up at 1.23, then I need even more dollars if I want to buy a house that costs 100,000 euro. So now I'm talking about 1.23, it means that I need around $119,000, $118,000, 119. So I need more dollars. And for me that I'm American, in this case, I mean, it's going to be more expensive because I need more dollars. Or if now is 1.13 and I might foresee by the geopolitics, by all the financial dynamics and so on, to see again a stronger dollar, to go again at 1.03, then I might say, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna buy the property now. Because obviously if I pay $10,000 less, let's say in 6 months or in 1 year, because I'm gonna foresee a stronger dollar towards the euro, because if the dollar now is weakening, obviously you might need more dollars. Now, I want to reverse the situation. And I also want to show that, anyway, what I'm talking in this video is not only convenient or inconvenient for an American. Now, I'm a European, Italian, German. I hold a bank account in Europe. And now, because I have this problem that I don't know where to invest some money, because banks are not giving me interest, so I have to kind of find a way. I said to myself this morning, maybe I'm gonna buy dollars. Maybe I'm gonna convert my bank account now from euro to dollars, which it would cost me nothing because anyway the bank allow me to do this procedure. Then this is the reverse situation. So then I'm gonna gain if the exchange rate from 113 goes to 1.03. Now I'm using this number 113, 123, 133, 103, 093 only because the exchange rate now is 1.13 and to make the calculation easier. So basically, if I see a dollar going back at 1.03, then in 1 year, let's say, or in 6 months, that will be convenient for me to convert 100,000 euro in dollars, to buy dollars now. All right. So because if for example, now if I convert 100,000 euros in dollars now, I'm gonna have $113,000. But then if the exchange rate of the goes back to 103 and I have these $113,000 and I divide by 1.03, I gain nearly 10,000 euro. And that will be a fantastic investment for me because I might see maybe even in a few months, in 2-3 months, maybe the dynamics, obviously the global situation, the geopolitics event, the financial situation, it's not that easy. I mean, it's quite complicated. It's a risk. Because obviously, if I see the exchange rate, if I convert my euros in dollars, these 100,000 hypothetically, just to make the amount for an easy calculation, but then I see the exchange rate going from 1.13 to 1.23. How much am I losing? I'm losing nearly $10,000. Sorry, I'm losing nearly 10,000 euro. So I'd say it's a bit risky. Obviously, maybe, I don't know, maybe I should talk about smaller investments, but I can even play this game with 1,000 euro, with 2,000 euro, just to, give it a go, give it a chance. Obviously, the profit I make is going to be small. If I put 100 euro, 1,000 euro, I will make 100. If I put 1,000 euro, I will make 100 euro profit. If it goes down back to 1.03, let's talk in the scenario that is going back to a stronger dollar. So situation is particular. I'm trying to understand which direction the exchange rate it could go, because anyway, if I see an investment opportunity, I'm not entering in the topic now if it's convenient for an American to buy to buy euros. Obviously, you might buy euros, and again, it could be convenient in case we see an exchange rate going back to 1.03. But obviously, if we see an exchange rate going up to 1.23, so you are having losses. So I wanted to make this video simply to say, now again, let's go back to the beginning of the video. So that I see that many Americans, in particular the ones who are holding American dollars, now I'm not focusing on the Canadian dollars, I'm not focusing on the Australian dollar, but if I'm holding American dollars, obviously comparing to, again, was December 2024, the exchange rate when it was 1.03, 1.04, that had been, let's say, the best moment to buy a property, simply because the conversion was very close to 1-to-1. Now that we are up at 1.13, but I see a kind of resistance as a kind of level. Now I'm studying a bit the graphic from, let's say, okay, let's talk 1 second. In 2022, between July and October 22, we saw a dollar going stronger, even lower than the parity. So it was €1 0.96, $0.97. And that maybe was the best moment to purchase a property in Italy, obviously, because with $100,000 you would have paid, to buy a house that costs €100,000, you would have paid only $97,000, which now you need more dollars because it's 1.13. At 1.13, as I said, now we need around $113,000. So, what do we see? What do we foresee? I was talking about this kind of resistance because now I see that in July 2023, so we are still talking about under Biden administration, just not to blame only Trump. Now, I don't care if it's one or it's another one. I care about my pockets, in my philosophy as an investor. So, July 2023, we had an exchange rate of 1.12. Then it dropped again to 1.05 in October 2023. Then we see another peak in December 2023, and it was 1.10. Then was kind of stable. We have 1.06 in April 24, 1.07 in June 2024. Then we had another peak in August 2024, was 1.12, 1.11, 1.12. Then we saw in January going down to 1.02, 1.03, January 2025, and now up to 113. Okay, now before I close this video, I'm a bit afraid to buy dollars, all right? I have to be honest, because in particular with amount of 100,000 euros, I get, if I convert now, I'm gonna get $113,000. By the graphic, if I do a kind of projection, these resistances, I see that it never went over in the last 5 years, 4 years, never went over 1.15, but we had moments where it got closer to 1.15. Now, my forecasts say that now I should see at least going back down to 1.07, 1.05, maybe in the next 2 months. Obviously, again, the financial situation, the global financial situation, we can say the tariffs, we can say whatever we want, recession, we can talk about whatever we want. I'm just talking about numbers now, okay? And so I kind of see a projection where I might foresee a dollar going down back to 1.05, between 1.05 and 1.07. Then how many chances we have that it goes over 1.15? Obviously, the higher it goes, the more expensive it's for an American to buy a property in Italy. Because let's say if it goes at 1.23, I nearly need $120,000 to exchange $100,000. So, sorry, 100,000 euro. All right, so I've been talking a lot about numbers. I hope I haven't been too much boring in this video. I'm curious because anyway, I like to follow anyway the Forex, stock market, and the future trends. So let me know your opinion under the video. Why not? So would you buy? Would you not buy? Would you convert dollars? Would you not convert? What do you think about the financial situation? Do we see it stable? Do we see inflation, deflation, and so on? All right, my friends. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't that too much boring, because I know to talk about numbers and to follow numbers, it's not easy. Anyway, let me know under the comment section. And I'll see you here on Italy A Place to Love YouTube channel. Then, if you like this type of content, let me know under the comment section, and I could make simply a video, a kind of recap, maybe every two weeks, about the exchange rate euro-dollars. All right, my friends, have a nice day, and I'll see you here on Italy A Place to Love YouTube channel. Bye!